You've got drummer arms. And tattooed drummer arms,
I mean, I've got arms and I've got tattoos.
They're very sexy. The one that almost made number one was called Smile. The one that did make number one was called You Got This.
Yes.
You did have it big time.
I don't think they saw us coming. As soon as you're up against a major label, we knew that we were in for a ride.
And coming from Wales to take on one of the industry giants is amazing.
I wanted 2 Bond girl cats, so I was like, love me, love me, love me, accept me. It wasn't working. I mean, I'm not going to flex the guns. I couldn't do it.
You could do it. Go on.
No way.
I'm Chrissy Eiley, and this is Cats and Other Celebrities, and my guest is Arya from the band, number one band, Skindred. And first of all, we're going to talk about his cats, who have been a huge influence on him and his life, and maybe even the bands, I'm not sure.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. I can't wait.
So, you have 2 cats from Celia Hammond.
Yeah.
Sisters called
Belle and Domino.
Domino, and I kept calling Belle Bella.
I mean, she could be a Bella, but I think I named them after sort of. I wanted 2 Bond girl cats. So Domino was from Thunderball. Then Phoebe wouldn't let me call the other one Mayday, which is from View to a Kill. So she was
View to a.
Oh. Yeah. So she decided to call her Belle from Beauty and the Beast, the Disney film. So you've got a Bond girl and a Disney girl.
Oh, nice. So, but they weren't the conversion cats. The conversion cats was a cat of Phoebe's, who was a tabby cat called...
Trixie.
Trixie.
Yes.
She was the conversion cat.
She was my intro, yeah, exactly.
Yes.
She was like... Trixie was my journey, to loving cats and being obsessed with them. And the thing is, when I met Phoebe, I knew straight away that if I didn't gain Trixie's love, which I don't think I ever did, I think she kept me...
They can be tricky.
Exactly. I think I was treating Trixie more like a dog, because I grew up with dogs. And so I was like, when Trixie was around, I was like, love me, love me, love me, accept me. It wasn't working.
No.
And I think that made Phoebe probably fall in love with me a bit more. Saw me trying.
Yeah, yeah. But it didn't work.
No, I don't know. I mean, I fell in love with Trixie. I don't know if she ever fell in love with me.
But Bella and Domino, they love you and you love them.
They do, absolutely. I mean, this is the thing. I think not being a cat person growing up, I wasn't not a cat person, if that makes sense. I was never really around them. I didn't understand them. I grew up with dogs. So I think there's a different mentality with a dog and a cat, isn't there? I think with a dog, I was much so different. It was active at night, walking around, taking the dogs out. That was sort of a lifestyle. With a cat, it was completely different. I think you had to just be relaxed in yourself and you, and when the cats would come to you, that was the reward. That's the way I've seen it anyway.
Yeah. So which of the 2 sisters is more yours and which is more Phoebe's?
Well, they're both mine and they're both Phoebe's, but I think Domino has chosen Phoebe, I would say. I think
Domino
yeah, she's definitely chosen my wife. Her mother was very, very vocal, apparently. And Domino is, you can have a conversation with her.
Oh, she answers back.
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh,
absolutely
marvellous.
Answers back.
I love that meow.
Yes, exactly. She's meow. She's everything with that. Her voice is, she's loud. You know when she wants something. With Belle, I think it took a few years for her to gain her voice. At the beginning, she had like this little, and I'm like, come on, you can do it. Encouraging her. Now she tells you when she wants something. Good.
And she wants you all the time.
I think so. I like to think that. I like to think she wants me. I like to think that, when I come home, she's waiting for me. But obviously, she's probably waiting for Phoebe. But I like to think she's waiting for me.
Do your cats ever come on trips with you?
They come to see my parents who live in Devon. So if we go and visit my parents, because when we got them during COVID. And so the first people we saw after you could see people were my parents. And I think they might have been 6 to 6 to 9 months, that kind of area. We went on a road trip and we took them down to Devon.
Wow.
Yeah, and so now every time we go, they always come with us.
Oh.
So they've got like a second home down there.
So they like it there.
Oh, they love it, yeah. They love it.
Do they go out there?
They don't, they're inside.
Are they inside all the time?
Yeah, they're too precious.
Yeah.
I think in London where we live, especially on a main road, a lot of cats, you see a lot of signposts. It's quite heartbreaking for missing animals. And so I think when we got these guys, we were like, wanted to keep them inside. And I don't know about the quality of life of an outside versus inside cat. I don't know. I'm still a cat novice, I'd say, but I just know that they're safe with us and we give them as much love as we can.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because I don't know. Roger was a big outside cat, but it drove me mad because he would never come back.
Well, this is it. Trixie was the same, and she'd come back, with clumps of fur missing, where she'd got into a fight, and you'd be worried. Little chunks of her ear had gone. It'd be, I knew Trixie was a boss woman. Trixie was ruling the roost. I just don't know if our two have got that in them. They have never had to survive on their own. I think Trixie had a harder life.
I think Roger survived on his own, but Roger came with me from California to London when there were no cats allowed in the hold. Not that he wanted the hold, but he came on Air France.
Oh, wow.
In the cabin.
Actually in the cabin?
Yeah, in the cabin.
That's incredible.
He was one of 12 cats and small dogs that came. I think it was a window, a large window. So he had to come to Paris. I had to get him by a taxi to Paris because he's not allowed on the Eurostar. He did all of that. He didn't have the food, the airline food that they prepared for Mr. Roger Eiley.
Not his first class meal?
No. So they said, oh, that's all right, put him beside you, which was all right till a person came to sit there. And the person took, can you believe, precedence over the animal. And the animal, Roger, has got a French passport now. And he's called a tigre gris et brun because he's tabby. And the French don't have a word for tabby.
So that's his full name now in his passport?
Tigre. Yes.
Amazing.
Yeah. And I'm going on and on about Roger, but...
Roger sounds lovely. Roger's a world traveller.
Roger
He's like
is
me.
a world traveller, yes. So I was coming to that. When you go away for months on end.
Yeah, sometimes, yeah. I'll be heading off in a few days for festival season, but I will come back periodically.
And do you come back to see Phoebe or to see Belle and Domino?
Belle and Domino.
So let's just talk about Skindred a bit. Hard fought number one, like Smile almost got to number one.
Yeah.
Only 150 in it.
It was a real battle. I mean, I think
this was a real battle because Jessie Ware
Yeah.
and Universal, big battle.
Yes, I mean, I think there's something about being the underdog that we've always liked, and so it takes the pressure off because no one's expecting you to put up the fight, if that makes sense, and so you sort of end up being a surprise coming out of nowhere. But when anyone sort of would read up about us if they hadn't heard of us, they've never been going for about 25 years. But I think with Skindred, it's been this gradual, it's never gone. It's always just been this steady incline, which has been, I think, really thankful. I'm really thankful for that.
But everyone loves Skindred because there's something for everybody. It's a fusion metal band.
Yes.
It's a Rasta, punk, and
Dancehall, metal. Yeah, we take a bit of everything. When we were in the battle to begin with for number 2, everyone's in the rock community stepped up. Even if they weren't that keen on the band, they were like, we're seeing this band in our community taking on one of the big guns, and they everyone bought an album or posted something online. They came to like aid us, other bands, and so when we lost out, I feel like they were not. They weren't downhearted or
They felt a bit cheated.
A little bit because we've got so close. So this time, I think they were just.
No, we're going to do it.
Exactly, and I think they were more. They took more responsibility for this win than we do. All we did was show up and do our thing. We were trying to hustle, obviously, but I think everyone else really wanted it for us.
But that's a great thing.
Oh, it's gorgeous, yeah.
Yeah.
It's lovely.
And coming from Wales to take on one of the industry giants is amazing. And win. Take on and win.
Yeah, I don't think they saw us coming.
Well, they needed 25 years to see you.
Yeah, I think because, like I say, the rock community is it's never been such a mainstream thing. You know, I think you have leader bands, if you like, who break through. But, you know, the Download Festival, which is, we always call it our Mecca, that's been going on since I was a kid, the Monsters of Rock. It's always been there. And you have 100,000 people in a field every year showing up for a heavy metal festival. It's always been there. But sometimes, you know, if you know, Linkin Park, one of these big bands, will come out every 10, 15 years, but you've got all these other bands that do it, you know, on the scene, still doing their thing.
Albums, the one that almost made number one was called Smile. The one that did make number one was called You Got This.
Yes.
You did have it big time.
We did. We got it. I think we gave it to everyone. They got it. The meaning behind the title was pretty obvious. It's supposed to be empowering and positive for everyone.
You got this.
Yeah, exactly. I think we wanted something that would resonate with people, and so they felt uplifted.
And I think that track is very uplifting.
Yeah, thank you. It's a full ahead rocker. It's one of the rocking songs.
And do you write the music or you go along with it?
We all write it together.
You write it
together.
together.
So the singer will come with lyrics, the guitar player will come with some melodies, some guitar parts. I'll come with some other ideas, and we put them all together. We try and keep it as inclusive with all of us as possible. I think that's the way we've been around for so long as well. You know, we don't.
Yes.
Everything is split equally amongst.
That's the big thing.
I think that's going back to being around for so long. I think that's one of the things I've thought. We're so thankful that's the way we started, and we've always been that way. There's been no animosity towards each other because everything is equal and down the line. You know,
I think that's really good. I mean, you two split things equally.
Yeah, they do.
And only two of them do the writing. The other two are just there, but integral. I
think so. I think, and everyone in a band situation, it's not just the playing of your instrument. I feel that is, the main job.
You're in a band.
Yeah, so everyone has different. I tend to be more interested in the business side of stuff, where the guitar player is more into the art side of things. So he's always designing T-shirts. He designed the album cover. I'll be talking to the management all the time, and Benji has got his fingers in all of it. He's like taking a bit from everything, and I feel like the music is only one side of what you do being in a band.
It is, and I'm so happy to hear you say that, because I think it is one side of being in a band. Yeah,
because you only play for an hour at a time, if you like, and then there's we always say we get paid to travel. It's you don't get paid to play.
So where is this tour going to be? All the festivals?
Doing all the festivals, this summer, and then we're doing Alexandra Palace in London on Halloween.
Nice.
Which will be great. We never headlined there before, which will be really cool.
I think Alexandra Palace is cool. My friend broke her hip there, but aside from that, it's cool.
I think so. I mean, I've been there and we've supported bands there, but we've never headlined. I think when we did Wembley a couple of years ago, that was like, for us, headlining Wembley Arena was like our pinnacle.
Yeah, and it was good though. Wembley was amazing.
Yeah, so good. And then doing Ali Pali, I think it's the next sort of step, And
you're headlining that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Amazing.
I know, it's madness, isn't it?
Yeah, it's great. So, all the people that bought the album to send it to number one, it's a way of saying thanks to them.
That's exactly it, yeah. That's spot on. You try and play, we're one of those bands that will play everywhere. We don't just play Ali Pali or Wembley, we'll play Southend Chinneries, if you like, or a pub in Bristol. It just, because we're working musicians, we've always wanted to play big places and small places, get a feel for all of it. And
tell me a little bit about Wales. You're from Wales. How Welsh are you?
Well, I'm from Devon, actually. The band is from Wales. So Benji, the singer, was in a band called Dub War in the early 90s, mid-90s, who would tour with like the Manic Street Preachers. He was in that sort of gang. And so when Skindred started in the late 90s, we all moved to Wales. So we are a Welsh band at heart, But Benji is the only Welsh person in the band.
Oh, I thought you were
No.
Welsh.
Yeah.
And I was going to say, when your parents were living in Devon, I thought, whoa.
But yeah, my mum's from Iran, and my dad's sort of heritage is Irish. So
That'll do. That'll be Welsh enough. That'll be Welsh enough.
A little bit.
Celtic.
There's
dark,
a tiny.
with a pale skin. Yeah, that's good. But it was this Welsh label, the tiny one, that you're signed to. I'm sure it's not tiny in Wales, but it is tiny compared to Universal.
Yeah, I mean, they're an independent company called Earache, who specialises in rock music, and we've been with them through Smile and this last record. And I think, there's a small team there along with our management, and I think no one's going to care about what you do more than you. And I think expecting other people to care is, a bit arrogant. So with us, we keep it very tight, and everyone in our little circle give a shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like if you go to a major label, no disrespect to major labels, you have so many other people that come in, come out, come in, come out, come in, come out. We've been on major labels.
And you've rejected them the tiny...
Our first record came out on Atlantic in America. That's where we were signed. We were signed over there for like 5 years. And between the first record and the second record, the entire team...
Shifted.
No one... By the time the second record came out, there was no one there at the label that cared. And they were just doing a job. And I feel with having a small team, everyone cares.
You keep tracks of them.
Yeah. And they keep track of us. We're all accountable to each other. And I feel
That's
like
good.
I had a direct phone line through to the head of the label, the marketing guy. And so there's this conversation that can happen. And when people, excuse my language, fuck up, they take accountability for it. And if you don't do your end of the bargain, they come to you. And I think that's really cool.
I think it is cool. And it is in many ways the opposite of a big label.
Absolutely it is, yeah. Because
they're never accountable. It's always someone else's fault.
It's very different to when we first started, very, very different. The landscape's completely different. I think, we always say this, a band like us who went to number one, would a major label sign us tomorrow? Probably not, because we're too old, No,
a major label will only sign a certain breed.
So that's their business model. And
yes, very young people.
Very young people, which is cool. But I think earlier on, there was much more of a spread for a major label. You would have a few rock acts, you would have hip hop, country, all side, and you'd have, the
and I think with Skindred, it's quite difficult to categorise you. I mean, I do categorise you as heavy metal, but
there are people, but everyone's welcome to the party.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
Because it is quite metal-ish, but it's also reggae-ish.
Yeah.
Some songs are very reggae.
Yeah, exactly. And that's, that's down to the singer's background and where he's from and what he loves to do. And we're all greedy at the end of the day. We love music and we want to put everything we can into a song. Sometimes we've got to tell ourselves not to.
But I think that might be why you're not signed, because big labels like to pigeonhole people.
Absolutely. It's easier that way.
Yes.
And I think it's also easier to follow what worked.
But what worked in the past, yes, is you have proven, Arya, that it doesn't work anymore.
I think we've proven that, it's good to take a risk every now and again, because it will pay off. I mean, you talk about the Police earlier. I mean, we're only doing what they were doing.
Exactly,
really,
exactly.
Just with our different twist on it.
You are like the Police. I'm not mad in drawing those parallels.
Musically,
yes.
Yeah, so we're just taking reggae music and rock music and putting it together in a modern way.
Yeah, more modern than the Police.
Yeah, now,
yeah. You've done it first. And number one.
Yeah.
So if you had a festival, who would be in it?
I know if I could have any band headline a festival, it would be Queen with Freddie. I've seen them with Adam Lambert, which I thought was brilliant.
Yeah.
But I'd love to have seen them with Freddie. If I was having a festival, I think most of them wouldn't be around now, if I'm being honest. I think they'd be mostly older
So there'd
acts.
be Queen,
I'd have
We'll
Queen.
be mostly dead, but
I'd have
still
David
going.
Bowie.
David Bowie.
Yeah,
Oh,
you know.
love David Bowie, but
I'd probably do that
long
the
gone.
Live Aid concert as my festival.
You've got drummer arms and tattooed drummer arms
I
too.
mean, I've got arms and I've got tattoos.
But drummer arms, it's a separate thing.
Okay.
They're very sexy.
Thank you. I don't know what to say.
You just show us your tattoos,
Okay,
please.
so got some tattoos in there. And, so that's an owl there with which is from Clash of the Titans. You know, the mechanical owl.
Yeah.
And then we've got a Medusa there, and then we've got a shield from Jason and the Argonauts, and some other bits and pieces around there. I mean, I think tattoos and rock, they sort of they go hand in hand. Exactly. You know,
But drummers and arms go hand in hand.
they do. I mean, I'm not going to flex the guns. I couldn't do it, but you know,
You
they're
could,
there.
but they're there.
They're they're holstered at the moment. They're not.
You could do it. Go on.
No way.
But I can see that they're there. Meow, meow, meow.
Yeah, they're there. You know, they're just covered up today. I mean, I could have worn a vest. You know, my drum vest.
Yeah.
You know,
The drum vest, it's quite an exclusive piece of, I was going to say furniture, but it's not furniture. It's
like my weapons for stage.
Yeah,
You have to wear
your
the vest.
stage weapons.
Yeah, you know, some shorts. That's it.
Yeah.
Exclusively in a tank top and some shorts. Like I'm going to the beach.
Yeah.
You know, but I thought we were on a more posh occasion today, meeting yourself.
Well,
so
we are.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'd say I've dressed up, but
I love the no arms in the tank top because you've got drummer's arms beautifully tattooed with Jason and the Argonauts.
yeah, there he is in there.
I love that. I knocked it off the table because it was in my spotlight. That's Roger is saying that.
Oh, there he is.
So, yeah. So Roger is good at knocking things off the table.
Roger looks like a cool dude. I'm liking the coasters as well. That's got to be Roger as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
More Roger. Everyone's a celebrity. Yes. He feels he's a celebrity. He was going to come down here, but he hasn't been too well recently.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He's had a heart problem.
Oh, God, that's sad.
Yeah.
You're taking good care of him, though.
I am the best.
Of course you are.
Yes. Because Roger is my life.
Oh.
Oh.
That's lovely, though, isn't it? You know?
But at least you have two lives.
Yes. I mean, both of those, I mean, they've got such different personalities. They're completely different.
So how are they different?
I would say Belle is way more adventurous than Domino.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if you were going to, I mean, because they were sort of COVID babies and no one was coming round when we first got them, they're really, really shy. And so they don't really trust anyone apart from us. And probably my parents, the only other two people. And so I think Domino is definitely more shy than Belle.
And Domino seems more, to me, on the photos I've seen, she seems darker, but she's not.
No, she's I mean, she is. She's got more of a structured jawline. I think she's like, I would say like Domino's like a model. Yeah.
Domino's the model.
Yeah, Domino's the model. And she's got this lovely strut. And Belle's like the girl next door.
Oh.
Yeah, just really cute, lovely.
With the tabby underneath.
I think so. I think with Domino, there is that sort of, like I said, there was these like lines and stripes underneath her fur. And when you see her in the light, she almost looks grey because her mother was grey. Wasn't dark black.
Wow.
Yeah, so I think her father must have been the black cat.
Right.
You know, and Domino's got a small kink in her tail. We found out recently, like a lot of people when they adopt cats, they don't want to adopt the ones which have a broken tail, which we thought was really sad. You know?
Well, I adopted my cat from London Feline Friends, not Roger, but another, the ginger one. And Roger came all the way from California. And when he got out of his case, he went, "Oh, what's that?" And that was the ginger, and it had grown a lot in 6 months that I'd been away. It was a human-sized ginger cat. So I said, okay, Roger, you don't like him. But I'm not even allowed to call them brothers or friends.
Acquaintances?
Roommates.
Roommates.
I'm allowed.
Roommates, okay.
It's horrible.
You know.
They hate each other. Well,
They don't get on?
no, they don't.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah.
I get sad when I see our two fighting. But they fight, like, periodically. And it's always around meal times. And there's a little scrap. But I think it's just a bit of a, we're just prepping ourselves up for the feast. I don't think there's any it's not malicious. But there is a bit of scrapping between the two.
Well, so Roger and Pumpkin, he came with that name because he's orange like a pumpkin.
That's a gorgeous name.
And I came with this name because he was, I thought, a drug addict from Hackney. I thought, yeah, I can deal with that. Fine. But no, he's from the Ukraine. So he's scared of every noise.
Loud noises.
Yes, bombs. Horrible. Oh. And my roommate is, in fact, from the Ukraine. So they have a special relationship. They talk Ukrainian to each other.
That's incredible.
Yeah, they do.
Do you learn any Ukrainian so you can speak?
Oh, I tried, but apparently I speak Ukraine with a Russian accent, which is unforgivable.
Pumpkin's not into that.
No, he's not into that. He's not into me, especially when I called him Trumpkin. Not into that at all.
No.
Hates Trumpkin.
And so what's Roger making of all of this then while this is going on? And he's hearing two different languages. He's
jealous.
Is he?
Yeah. Doesn't like it at all. Not at all. And Roger went missing for 6 months, but I thought, oh, he's gone out. And I'd given up, but he was hiding in my closet. For all that time, he was hiding indoors.
Would he come out for meals?
No, he didn't eat.
Oh, my God.
And he didn't drink. He was so scared to come out.
Oh, wow.
So he didn't come out.
Oh, how sad.
And he had to go to the vet to be
probably rehydrated.
And food channeled into him.
Oh, God.
So he didn't like that at all. But Pumpkin was born on the day that my mother died, so I can't get rid of him.
So Pumpkin's with you now forever. But no, that's how it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like you were chosen.
Yeah, I was chosen for Pumpkin.
Well, I think that was when we got Domino and Belle. There were 3 cats, and Phoebe was like, I want 2 girls because I didn't want to have 2 boy cats because they'd fight. That was her, and I'll follow your lead. I'm happy with whatever you choose or trust. And so I think they showed us pictures of the cats, and we're like, here are the feminine cats, here's the male cat. When we got there, they were like, we've had to swap them around because we've just realised one of them is actually a male cat.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
And so we sort of felt really guilty having to we'd fallen in love with a cat over,
a photo of a cat.
Yeah, and like FaceTime going, that's the one we're going to have in a week or so, a couple of weeks. It's like, no, that's the male cat. So I think his name is Simba. So he's gone somewhere,
He's a black cat called Simba.
Yeah, black cat called Simba. So there were 3 of them.
Wow.
So that shows they've got a brother out there somewhere. We could do like what was that TV show where they reunite families? We could do that with cats.
Yeah, but we'd be on all day.
Well, yeah, it'd just be us talking about them.
Cats reunited.
Yeah.
Sort of families reunited, or just reunited, wasn't it?
Like cats wouldn't really care.
No. So, listening to your album is like going to a party to which everyone is invited. And that comes, I think, from your love of ragga metal and metal and drum and bass and all of the things joined together which make you unfathomable.
you're absolutely right. I think also we've got, in my opinion, the best front man in the game, which is Benji. And he's there at the front commanding the audience, whether it's, 10 people or 100,000 people. He's the same. He's very, and I think that's very rare in music these days. And I think his love for all kinds of music is infectious, especially for the crowd. If you turn up to one of our shows and you're a diehard reggae fan, for example, and we're playing our most metal, punk, thrashy tune, those guys most of the time are leaving with big smiles on their faces because they're seeing,
they
Benji
have
up
seen
there
Benji do the reggae.
over the metal.
Yeah.
And that's the way we're trying to be inclusive with it all. And I think having things like drum and bass in there, we're hitting the dance heads. Because, like I said earlier, we're just greedy musicians. We want to play it all. And if sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But if it always has to serve the song. That's the thing. I think if we go down the route of doing a dancehall track, we want it to be the most dancehall thing we could possibly do. And if someone in the team isn't feeling it, you tend to sit back and let the guy who's the most enthusiastic run it. That's how we try and write tunes, if that makes sense. You'd sort of see if no one's really jumping out of their seat about something, then the idea is not going to work. And it doesn't matter what the idea is. It could be a country tune or a hip hop tune. But if someone's jumping out of their seat in the band, that energy is infectious, and you want to run with that. Run with the leader. You always want to follow. I always say you want to follow the guy over the hill. You don't know where they're going to go, but
you follow them anyway. Tell me about the MOBO, because you won it.
We did, yeah.
And that was fairly special. It's fairly prestigious.
Yeah, I think for Benji especially, I think it was a category that he thought should have existed from the very beginning of the
And
MOBOs.
what was this category?
Alternative, best alternative act.
So are you alternative, do you think?
I think so. I think in terms of the MOBO, yeah. Because there was no... I call it alternative music with guitars, loud music, drums, bass, a typical rock band format, I would say, is alternative. And I don't think that was really happening with the MOBOs, or because maybe there weren't acts that were alternative back then, I don't know. But we were definitely the first band to win this new award, and I think for him it was he's always been wanting to be accepted into that world, and
MOBO stands for music of black origin.
Yes,
and he is black.
He is, and I think for him it was extremely special. It was obviously special for us too, but for him it was a real moment.
And what year was this?
I think it wasn't. It was 2024. 24. Yeah. So I feel like that's a year ago, but I think it was actually 2.
Okay. Well, it feels a year ago to me.
It does, yeah. And I think standing there and, amongst, I think Soul to Soul were there, who else were there that year? The Sugar Babes, and, they did like a garage thing, to UK garage, and then there was us, we stuck out like a sore thumb in terms of everyone else. And I think that made us really proud. That they were
being a sore thumb.
Absolutely, yeah. Same to going back to the record. It was, you've got this small band from Wales who are now infiltrating.
Jessie Ware, goodbye, Jessie Ware.
She was lovely actually when we met her. She was really, really gracious. We did Sunday brunch with her, and she made a point of coming over and saying good luck, and she was very cool, very gracious.
She was nice.
Yeah, she was lovely.
Even though she's defeated.
Yeah, I mean, she wasn't defeated at the time when she said good luck, but she was very gracious and very nice, and I think afterwards...
She was going to be defeated.
I mean, we were, I think, when we were in the battle with her, we didn't even know we were in a battle, if that makes sense. I think we were just...
Kind of, but...
Yeah, I don't think...
You were always in a battle, that's why.
Exactly. For us, it didn't matter if it was Jessie Ware or Zayn from One Direction, who was also... in that week as us. It was, we could have been up against any of those. As soon as you're up against a major label, we knew that we were in for a ride.
Yeah.
But
so
the MOBOs, I think, going back to that was, really, really special.
And where do you keep your MOBO?
That's a good point. I don't actually have one. So if you're there watching MOBOs, can you make me one, please?
Oh no, I was going to ask,
do
the cats like it?
Well, I'll tell you what, the cats do like my my number 1 award, which I've got. And I've got a Kerrang award and a few other things from the years.
And they like those.
Yeah, they brush up against them and scent them every now and again. I think if I had the MOBO's quite sharp, really sharp, jaggedy edges. They couldn't give them out on the night.
Because they're too sharp.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
I think we're calling for MOBO redesign of less sharp, more cat and
friendly.
animal friendly.
Yes.
So that the cats can brush up against them.
Exactly. I could get mini ones made for their necks.
Yes.
You know, so they could be like
MOBO
Flavor
winners,
Flav, but
yeah.
like with their awards.
Yes.
Instead of like little clocks, they could have, little awards, number one awards.
Would they do that?
They would probably have them on, I'd say, for about 5 to 10 minutes, and they would take those 5 to 10 minutes trying to get them off. They don't like collars.
No.
Does Roger wear a collar?
A flea collar. He doesn't love it.
No.
No.
Well, we had these 2 cute little collars from Liberty that Phoebe got, which were really cute when they were kittens. And they had like the little strap locks. So,
No.
the ones that would break if they strangled themselves or
Yes,
something. And so
yes.
I used to have an electronic drum kit in the house. And so we found Domino up there entangled in all of the wires one day. And
God.
so, yeah, that was a nightmare. So that was it then. All the wires had to come out. Collars are off. Run free.
Love me, love my collarless state.
Exactly, yeah.
Yes.
Just naked cats walking around.
Naked cats. Yeah, I think naked cats is a good look.
I think so.
Because
But I'm sort of seeing,
I know.
I mean, that works too, right?
Well, that works because when do pearls not work?
I can see Domino wearing pearls. Like, again, for about 5 minutes. But I can
Yeah.
see her, if I was going to get a picture of her, she would suit the pearls.
Yeah, she would suit them.
I can see, like, Belle in, like, a beret.
I think that's you.
Yeah,
I can't
I'm projecting,
see,
aren't I?
I can't see Belle in a beret. Belle in a beret? What? Oh,
I get French vibes from Belle.
really?
Yeah, I don't know why. I feel like if she could speak, she'd have a French accent.
Oh, I've got a book. Is Your Cat French?
Oh, there you go. So I'm not the first person to think this.
No. But I don't think she would like a beret. Famously, cats don't like hats. They don't like things on their head.
If I was going to draw her, I would draw her with a beret.
But that's you.
Yeah, I mean, as I say, it's projection, isn't it? You know?
Yeah. Are you French?
No.
Arya, meow.
Meow, Chrissy.
Meow. Thank you so much for coming on Cats and Other Celebrities and talking about Cats, Domino and Belle. Not R, but Belle. And Skindred.
Well, thank you
Of
very much
course.
for having me. I've had a great time. It's been lovely to meet you and pleasure to be on.
Fabulous. Meow.
Meow.